I started 2024 without a plan. And if you know me, you know that that is completely unlike me. I am the most if you're looking for organization, like if you're looking for an app, okay, that can organize things inside my brain. Now I'm here making what is most likely, at least so far, the most vulnerable video you guys would ever see on this channel. And I also wanted to say that I made a choice to do this, okay? And this is because I really want you guys to see me for me, right? I know that not everybody will be open to accepting me for me, but I also don't mind it because I am very aware that the people that really see me for me and still choose to be with me are really the people that are my guys, right? Are really the people that are my babes. So first of all, I wasn't supposed to have my makeup on for this video because I knew that I could cry, but today's shoot day for me, I don't know if like this shoot day is going to be part of this video because I actually want to make this video a vlog. So if it is, then you will see that this is a shoot day and I'm in a studio filming this, and so that's why I have makeup on. But if it's a standalone video of its own, now you know why I have full glam on and I'm literally like prepped and all. I also wasn't supposed to have my laptop here. However, I recorded this video once and I was just all over the place. I spoke for over 45 minutes and I didn't want that to happen. I didn't want it to be so long because I'm giving this to my sister editor to edit, by the way. I'm not editing this for myself. So she's having the veto to edit this video as she wants. Anyway, so I want you to see me for me, my wins, my struggles, my losses. And if you're wondering why I'm doing this, it was prompted by this comment. But also, I'd had this thought since May when I first created my comeback video on YouTube, but I didn't really open up in that video, and that's because I struggle with being vulnerable, like in its totality. I'm okay with like sharing stuff about myself, experiences, but not like the really full story of like, you know, how broken I was about something or how sad I was about something. It's my GSGs that really get to know that much. So I'm taking you guys in, and please, can I just say that because that's why I'm explaining myself to you, that I struggle with vulnerability. So just in case you see me still, like, you will get it and you will not judge me. I trust that you will not judge me. I trust that this is a no judgment zone. Meanwhile, don't you love my shirt? It says Iyanolua Wonder. I digress. I know. I'm digressing. I also have my laptop here because this is where my prompts are. And I would say that like that comment really was just one of the things that really pushed me, because she said that it's beautiful to see my progress. And I love that she has been around, like she's been a subscriber for a while, but also that she chose to make that comment because she does not know that that's the comment, or she didn't know at the time that that comment was going to propel me to do this. I've been struggling with doing this, and that was like my final push, like just do the video, okay? And I'm also doing this because this is how you really truly see me grow. Like you guys, I share things when I'm done handling them. I share more of the most glamorous things with you guys. I don't share so much of like when I'm down, like when I'm ugly crying, like when I made a mistake and I'm beating myself up about it. Let me tell you a fun fact about me. I am myself's biggest critic, and I mean that so sincerely. I mean that if I was supposed to do something for 2 p.m. and I'm doing it by 4 p.m, best believe that between 2 and 4 p.m, I will not let myself rest. I will not hear the end of it from myself. I will just tell myself things like, well, you know you're supposed to do that thing by 2, Abby. So why are you not even doing it? Instead of putting your food, Abby, continue. Like I would literally be bashing myself by myself, like just like trying to just push me just a bit more. So I feel like, you know what? I think I'm ready. I don't know if I'm ready living a life, but I think I'm ready to just like help you guys see this side of me more. Also because for me, this is really what having a community is. You guys know that when I'm hungry, I get a headache, right? That's because you know me. So I want you to know me like that. Like that if I tell you somebody hurts me, you would ask me what happened. Not that you would assume that, oh, the person was wrong or I was wrong. I want to build that kind of relationship with you, okay? So let's take it back to the top. Hi, My name is Ibidunniosho, and if you're new here, welcome. And if you're an OG, hey babes, how you doing? Thank you for choosing to click on this video.
You have to be your biggest fan.
So I've been filled with a sense of incompleteness for what will now be the last 1.5 years of my life. I didn't know where I was coming from, and I didn't realize it until a few months back. And this is not, you're not content, no. That is not being content. I mean incompleteness. Like I always felt like something was off, like something wasn't right, like you could be doing something better, but I didn't realize what it was. And this is not to say I have fully come into the realization. However, I am stepping into it gradually with the help of the Holy Spirit. Like he's showing me to me. He's the experiences that I had in the past where I thought like I was perfect. I did my own part of things and I like dotted my I's and like crossed my T's. He's showing me you really didn't. You're perfect in your own eyes. I was in the middle of let's say like something happened between me and someone. I was in the middle of it, so I saw your side and I saw his or her side, right? Let's say it was an experience that I had. He's like, there's a reason why you went through that experience, so why don't you let me show that reason to you? Instead of you asking, why are these things happening to me, why don't you let me show these things to you, so that it helps you really know what is happening and why what is happening is happening. I don't know if that makes sense. Like I said, realizations, revelations. I knew something wasn't right, but I didn't know what it was. Like it didn't click until I saw a post by creator. I don't know if I see the video, I will post it. But if I don't, the creator had said something like, you are not the problem. Like as a creator, especially a multifaceted creator, you are not the problem. The box is the problem. Now for someone like me that I'm very capable of a number of things. I present, I produce, I act, I edit, I create content, I do voiceovers, I MC events, I do a lot of things. Thankfully, there are a lot of things that are in the creative field. However, I still put myself in the box, and to be honest, a box means different things to different people. But because of the kind of person, I'm a planner, I like aesthetically pleasing stuff, I like when things are planned, I like when things are like properly put together. Ask any of my clients, ask anybody that has ever worked with me, they will tell you I've already planned the shoot, even though they just contracted me to come and press record and edit. I will still ask them, so what we're doing first, what I'm doing second, because that's how my brain works. Like that's how I'm able to function. So when I saw that video, I was like, yes. Like I think I didn't even realize it in that time. I watched the video and I moved on, and then the Holy Spirit just whispered it back, like, and I'm like, yes. Like I have been so bought into the whole find a niche, stick to that niche, dish, and I got, because I'm so many things. Like I know that there are people that they are able to just be an accountant and that's them. Like just be a lawyer, be a doctor, and that's them. Or even as a creative, just be a videographer, or and I don't mean just to be disrespectful. Like they're that person, that one thing, and that's them. That is not me. Like I have tried to like drop the other things I know how to do and just like focus on 2 things, but those things just keep on calling my name, and I try not to answer, but they just keep on talking at me. Because tell me why in 2024 that I did not plan anything. This is the year that I have stepped into every single talent that I have. I feel like the only thing I haven't done this year is probably like voiceovers, and I literally almost did a voiceover last week. Right? This year that I didn't say, okay, so I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. And it just really goes to show that we're not in control of our lives. And so if God gave me multi-talent, if he allowed me to be very good at a number of good things, why am I saying I have to stick to one thing? This is the 1 year that I have played in every single thing. Minus voiceover, like I said. I don't know if there's anything else. I'm sure like if you're a creator or if you're on social media a lot, you would have been seeing it where you know, other creators are trying to liberate you and tell you that you are the niche. Some creators have been making these posts where they are like, if you are a multifaceted creative, you are the niche. Like, God did not give you an ability to touch into like different areas and different aspects and different gifts just for you to go and say, oh, I'm only a skincare creator, oh, I'm only a fashion creator, oh, I'm only... It's okay for people that are able to just stick into that one niche. This is not to say, oh, if you are a niche person, suddenly don't be niched. But this is to say that if you are a multifaceted creative, who says you have to be stuck doing just one thing? For example, I had said, oh, I am a fashion creator, beauty creator. Then some people will be like, oh my God, you have open pores on your face. You should absolutely just... I remember somebody, like 2 people, and it was interesting because they sent those messages to me back to back. Oh, you should create skincare content because of the kind of skin you have. There are a lot of ladies that, or even men, that would find your content and they will be able to relate to you, and they'll be like, oh my God, you're so pretty, but like you have confidence because of the kind of skin you have. So then I started doing skincare content. Then while doing all these things, I'm glad I actually tried those things, because it really just showed me that I'm able to literally be so many people, right? And it's left to me to look at all the gifts that God has given me and choose to say, okay, yes, I will use them. Right? And for me, to be honest, I'm not gonna lie, as a fashion creative, listen, I struggle with like the kind of fashion content to create, and that's because by default I'm such a modest fashion girl. However, there are days when a girl wants to set the tattoos free, when a girl wants to wear a short dress or a short skirt, and there would be a conflict in my mind. Like, I created what I wore to church on Sunday today on a Sunday, and then I come on a Wednesday and I'm like, bad bitch in the house, I'm gonna be confusing people. Not just that, I am also going to be conflicted in my mind, because I'm like, I know there's a certain way I want people to see me, and I'm very okay with sticking to that. However, I know that it's a side to me where like I can be I don't know whether to say bad and bougie, right? I have those two sides. Listen guys, I try not to follow astrology and be like, oh, Gemini, so they're like 2 sides to you. But astrology aside, like, let's be honest, I know myself. I know that I am that girl that can literally look homeless now, and the next second I'm looking like 10 over 10 minus nothing. Do you understand? And like, that has now also transcended into realizing that I'm capable of a lot of things. When you ask me what do I do now, oh, you're gonna get a long list, because it is what it is. But also because I don't like the idea of knowing that I can do something and I'm not doing it, because I want people to only think, oh, she's a corporate event MC alone, so she's not the video editor, and she's not the actor, and she's not the content creator. I don't know if that makes sense to you. Like, people always say, when they ask you to introduce yourself, just, how about I say that I own a post-production business and I'm an event comparer and I'm a content creator and I know how to do makeup. People that will listen to you will listen to you. People that will listen to you, they will, even if you said just the one thing that you do, which is like the one thing that's supposed to stick, and like they'll be like, oh yeah, that girl is a corporate event comparer. Even if it's the one thing you said, if they were not gonna listen to you, they were not gonna listen. See, I struggle with I digress. I have gone on another tangent to go and do motivational speaker instead of me to be opening up to you guys. I don't handle sympathy well. I don't like to hear the word sorry. It makes me feel weak. It makes me feel like there's no explanation I can give it. I remember uni when I just had Tolua, and like when I would, like, people that would be opportune to hear the story of how I had her and stuff, you know, they'll be like, oh, so you're a single mom. And in my mind I'm like, if you don't get that look off your face. But like in real life I'm like, yeah, it's not easy. In my mind, you know that trend that has been going around where like you're with your aunties, your big aunties, and they're asking you questions. In your mind you're already everybody, but like in real life you're like, That's me and the word sorry. Sorry, like you're being polite, that's expected. But like, sorry because I told you something that maybe wasn't so pleasant that happened to me. I struggle with it. And I met a therapist this past week. This video is going up in December, so this is being filmed in November, but I met a therapist recently and she was talking about a lot of things. I was like, I know I should say therapist, but I don't want to say therapist. And he's like, why? I'm like, because I don't know if I want to find out what will be there to be found. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, I want to. Because she said something about how like the therapy sessions essentially break you down and then build you back up. And listen, I'm in such a good point in my life right now. I'm in such a, I have everything, like I'm just like this right now. I don't think if I introduce a therapist to the mix, it or she is gonna everything. I don't want that, but I know I will at some point, eventually. Hopefully before I get into another relationship, or hopefully before I get married. In Jesus' name, amen. I've been learning lessons about life this year, and I've been learning lessons about who I am. And it's funny because the Holy Spirit has been doing such an amazing work. If there was anything I would have loved this year, it's what I have right now with the Holy Spirit. And I can't wait for it to be much better because He's revealing things about myself to me, about experiences to me. And like the Holy Spirit is so amazing. Like sometimes I imagine if the Holy Spirit was like rough like human beings. I imagine if the Holy Spirit was like the I told you so kind. Oh, I wouldn't be inviting him into my day every day. No, I wouldn't. You know, but I like that he's very gentle and very kind and very, oh, you know that what you did was not right, right? And very, this is why that happened, you know. And it's so beautiful. At the beginning of this year, I started reading this book called The Purpose-Driven Life. Now, we were asked to read this book last year in my church, okay? However, I didn't have the book. I got the e-version. I ended up not reading it because I suck at reading e-versions of books. So I ended up reading that this year, and I 10 over 10 recommend. Especially if you're a Christian who, to be honest, I don't even think it's just for Christians. However, because the book is written by a Christian for Christians, you would find them, you know, making examples about like Christianity, using examples of the church and things like that. However, I don't think it's just for Christians. I think everybody should read that book. And I'm not even like trying to publicize the book or anything. That book, see, that book really made me understand the meaning of there's only one version of you. Like, it does not matter if there's someone that looks identical to you, like even twins, they're not the same. And so the experiences, the lessons, the encounters, everything has been specifically designed for you. No matter how similar it looks to someone else's, no matter how close it looks to someone else's. Do you understand the meaning of like God looked at the earth and thought to himself, I want to create an Ibidunniosho. And this most special part, because like as a creator, you hear people tell you, oh, be authentic. That's the most original version of yourself you can be original. I feel like we talk it surface level. If you read Purpose-Driven Life, you really understand the meaning of God created one of you. Like, he didn't say, let me create an Ibidunniosho. Like, even my child is not a copy of me. She is her own version, meaning that as much as I want to protect her and I want to like provide for her and like protect her from the world, I cannot. It's only God that can. And my sincere prayer every day, just like whatever lessons she's going to learn, whatever mistakes she's going to make, that there will not be things that will alter her life's purpose, that there will not be things that will alter why she has been sent here. It's crazy because I feel like that's like one of the worst things that can happen to anybody. Like, obviously, like your things cannot disrupt God's plans. Like, if God has a plan for your life, if you like, whatever you do, it's gonna drag you right back. In fact, it's drag you by the ear, right back to where you're meant to be. However, there are things that you can do that can delay. That's a past vulnerable video. Okay, so I read that book this year and it really just, you know, pushed me turned me, tossed me, really helped me understand a lot of things about even the experiences I've been through. I mean, this year I went on, I think, was it this year I went on the interview or like last year? But the interview I aired this year, and it was this year, like late this year, that I understood why it's wild. At 10 years ago, I thought that happened because, and I wasn't a wayward child, but I thought that happened because I made a mistake and God was trying to teach me a lesson. That wasn't it. It was because of the girl that I met this year. It's wild. I swear it's wild. No tears. Tell me why. A young girl reaches out to me and she literally went through the same thing I went through 10 years ago. If I didn't go through those things 10 years ago, I won't be the person advising her now. If I didn't go through those things 10 years ago, I wouldn't have been able to hold her hand no matter how much I wanted to. No matter how much I cared about her. No matter how... And listen, this is not to nullify the effect and the usefulness of her friends, but as much as they love her, they've never been through what it means to have a child out of wedlock. They've never gotten pregnant at a young age and gone through life. They've never. They've held the hand of someone that has, but they have never. So when I came into that realization, if you see how I was screaming, I wasn't screaming at God. I'm like, really? Like, really? My day was wild. I was like, I finished it and then I was like, okay, I'm sorry. And then I was like, okay, I'm sorry. But like, so you mean? So I say this to say that experiences are not really for you. They are really so that you can hold on that person's hand. And it's wild because God created, oh my God, God created us for us. He didn't create you for you. And He created you to hold another person's hand. The experiences you're going through, it's not because of you. It's not a punishment. I cried my eyes out and I thanked Him for finding me worthy to be able to hold another person's hand. Having a child early in life, it's not as bad as it feels initially, or like as the world sees it. On a deeper level, it's that God trusts you enough to plant one of His precious creators in your hand. And I've tried to like tell people this, but like you can't get it until you go through it yourself, right? So it's amazing that people that get married and then have kids, it's great that they have that support system, but not everybody does, right? And so I came to the realization that I didn't go through that experience because God was trying to punish me, or because He wanted to make my princess not have her dad in her life. I wonder why she was sent through me, and I still wonder why like this is the life He chose for her. But I know there's a reason, and I'm eager to find out with her. I hope and pray that she's really able to step into the full reason, because I feel like life would make a lot more sense for her when she comes into that realization. That was like one major realization I came into this year, and I struggled. I wanted to share it, like, oh, let me share, but then I was like, how about you sit with it first. Now let's go to some of the wins that I had this year. If you are an OG on this channel, you know that me and food. One of my wins, I went back to the gym this year. I went back to the gym a number of times this year. But it's November and I'm not in the gym. Say whatever I want to say. I cannot hear it. Cookies. My wins this year, God has been so good. It's wild that this year I didn't plan anything. You don't understand. You people know now. Last year I was planning every month at the end of the last month. That's how much of a planner I am. And then at the beginning of 1 year, God said don't plan. I say, huh? So I would usually in January I'll take a break, so I won't be posting anywhere, but then like towards the end of January I'll start filming for February, because I always try to exhaust my previous year content in that year. So usually like December I would duplicate my Notion dashboard so that I can rejig it for the new year. Tell me why in December I duplicated my board. In January, oh yeah, now let's plan. We say nothing. Silence. Innocent. I thought maybe I was just being lazy, so I actually sat down to start planning, but nothing was coming to me. And this is not to say that, oh, suddenly wealthy this year and I bought a Benzo and I bought a house, but this year revealed to me that God could literally do things with me and that He has just begun. As I was setting goals, so January, nothing. Middle of January, nothing. End of January, I'm like, what's going on? And He said, don't plan anything. And like that was like the first time I actually heard God say don't plan anything. And I'm like, what do you mean don't plan? Like in my head I'm thinking, is this me being lazy? So I'm like actually like opening my Notion. I wish I could show you my to-do list. In January of 2024, my first to-do list, like while I'm working, one of my to-do lists almost every day was plan 2024, plan 2024, and I never planned 2024 all through January. And if I don't plan 2024 all through January, that means that I'm going into the year not knowing what I'm supposed to be doing, not knowing what I'm supposed to be focusing on, what my goals are, what do I want to do at the end of the year. Because tell me why last year in my to-do list every day I photocopy and paste call home, and I almost never remember to call home. Maybe like I call home like once a week. This year I've been speaking to my child literally like at least 3 days every week, and it's weird because last year when I had it in my goal I never did it. Like I did it, but like I never did it as consistently as I've done it now. So win number 1, greater understanding of the love of God for me and its sufficiency. And God's love is sufficient. I'm gonna let that sink in. As in I love myself, yeah. My child loves me, yeah. My mom loves me, my siblings love me. You know what realization I just came to? The realization of the sufficiency of God's love for the disciples, people like Paul, was what gave them the confidence to be okay with the rest of the world not loving them. So if the world does not get you, God gets you. He gets you in who you are, in the totality of who you are. His love is sufficient for you. Win number 2. That girl started a business. Started a business. I wrote it down as started a business plus registration plus my first ever major investment in my business. So I've been meaning to start a business for years now. I just always like I never saw myself as an entrepreneur. However, for some reason, for like 3 years now or like 4 years now, I've just been feeling that nudge like I should start a business. I should start a business, but I didn't know what it was. And this year with ease, I already started my business. So please work with me. If you're new to this channel, my name is Ibidunniosho. I own a post-production company. We edit videos for YouTubers. If you're a YouTuber, or you're an upcoming YouTuber, or you know somebody who's an upcoming YouTuber, yes, I'm shamelessly plugging myself on my own channel. Yeah. If you are a YouTuber, or if you know somebody who's a YouTuber and they don't like editing, or they don't have the time for it, or they don't know how to do it, this is where we come in. We edit your videos for you at a token, and I can tell you that what we do here is excellent. If you need proof, go through my channel. That's proof. That's like, I feel like that's like my greatest flex for this business. Like the fact that my proof is on my own brand. Like you will literally see the growth. You really literally see how I can tell you that I can do this. I have sprinklings of celebrities in my clients. So you can tell that I'm good. What I do, I'm good. Okay? Another win this year is my baby started secondary school. Let me tell you the anxiety. Oh, it was wild. I was so anxious. And then the Bible said, be anxious for nothing, but in all things, through prayer and supplication. But me? Anxious. Where will the money for school fees come from? It's not just school fees, so there's uniform, there's books, there's school bag, you buy flats, you buy shoe, God will just like, okay. She has come again. Agba warrior. She has come again. That's how God was looking at me. Because tell me why. You see, God always comes through. Check it. God always comes through. Maybe last minute though. Last minute in our own human terms. Like at the brink of when we are about to cross the deadline. He will not answer you. But he answered. Another win that I've had this year is being one of the founding members of the Supermom community. If you don't know what the Supermom community is, it's essentially a community for single mothers. Single mothers, not single parents, because I know that they're single fathers, but single mothers. So we support ourselves, we cry on each other's shoulders, we share our griefs and we share our wins, and we're not against men, we're not against getting married, because I have a feeling that whenever people hear stuff like that, that's how they just think that, this one, they're against men. No, we're not. Okay, my husband finds me tomorrow, I'm getting married, period. You get my point? But just because we know what we went through, each of us, and each person has their unique story. And it's funny how I did not come to the realization that there's only one version of me, even after hearing how all the single moms in the founding community of the Supermom community have their peculiar story. Is on my own, on another thing entirely. That's why God showed that to me. So that's a major win for me. We launched in May, I believe. So that was a major win because I'm one of the founding members. Another win was that I got to produce the Mommy Million podcast with Nicole and Faye. Those girls are my girls, like in my heart, like this. To be honest, another win for me is the people I get to call my clients, like the people that have chosen to work with me. I mean, thank God I know what I do, but still, like they have options. Like I genuinely believe that people do have options, but so if they choose to work with you, please be excellent. Please do it well. Please do it very well. So I'm very grateful and very thankful because I have won with the kind of clients God gave to me. God didn't just give me people who chose to work with me. God gave me people, I don't want to brag too much, okay? But God has given me, blessed me with really thoughtful clients. We don't just work, we have relationships. And it's wild because like how many YouTube channels do I service? But still, we know each other. They know me, I know them. You get me? So another win, a major win, I feel like the most major win, I think, I'm not sure, apart from like obviously like my relationship with God, has been the fact that I have played in all the major gifts that I have this year. I have played in the capacity of a producer, of a corporate event MC, of an actor, and I didn't have to audition. God. You with the plan, God gonna look you like, calm down, be calming down. Because tell me when, I used to get called back to, when I used to go on audition, I used to get called back to, I don't know if you guys know this, my OGs will know. Go down my channel, you see my Tinsel audition video. I was on Tinsel, but obviously like at a point I had to focus on my 9 to 5, so I got pulled off that, and I just stopped giving a hoot about acting. I played in that this year quite a number of times. And I've played in many different abilities this year. So that for me, that's like another major win of what God has just done with me this year. And I love it so much. Another win, of course, is you, my subscribers. If you're new, now's the time for you to subscribe, okay? I'm very thankful for the people that I call, my babes on here. You guys take the time to compliment me, and I love it. I love it when you compliment. I love it when you say, oh, I love the music choices in this vlog. Oh, I love you. You're looking so pretty in that dress. I'm like, shy, stop it. I like it. That's like how I genuinely feel whenever you guys decide to make a comment. Because for all it's worth, you can afford to just watch a video and scroll past. You guys make it worth it. You do. Thank you. And I will say my last win, I will share one major realization that I came to this year, and I feel the need to share because I shared it with some of the important people in my life. So one last win that I would like to share is I understand myself a lot more, and for me it's like such a major win because this has helped me find out like what do I want to be, and that is me. I want to be me. I want to be the niche. Yeah, me. Like there's some videos I filmed and edited this year. Like I don't even have them like in my portfolio on my Instagram. But then when I share with like people that reach out to me and ask me, okay, proof of what you've done, they look at me like, you did that? And I'm like, yeah, I did that. Losses this year. This loss was 2023, but it shook me into this year, and it just really made me realize where I needed to buckle up. The situation with my apartment. Maybe I will be comfortable with sharing like what really went down when I find my own space again. But until then, that was like a major loss that really shook me shook me into 2024. Another lost friendships this year. I don't know how I feel, to be honest. Sometimes I'm happy I lost the friendship. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I miss you. Anyway, so last thing I want to share. A major realization that I came to this year was I would be the girl that would initially believe things said to me at face value. This is just an example. Like if I made a new friend and she mentions a male friend that she has and she says, oh, this is my friend, I would instantly just think, oh yeah, friend. Until I started to decode instances where what they meant or what they were referring to was, this is my friend with benefits, but they didn't mention with benefits. Like, and me, as the cute girl that I am, as the demure girl that I am, I'm just thinking, oh, they're just friends. It was just one day out of the blues. I don't know why my brain went there. My brain clocked one event. And then I started to clock other events. I was like, oh, like me, if you tell me something is blue, I'll just, yes, it's blue. I will not question that, could it be purple? Or could it be dark blue? Or like sky blue? Do you get me? So that was a really like major realization I came to. 2024 was amazing. Oh! But God hasn't even done with me yet. I know this. Like I'm just shooting this in November. Check that. The one thing that shook me this year was choosing to actually key more into my corporate MC bag. I was like, is this all the money I've been leaving on the table? Is this all the opportunities I've been leaving on the table? All the rooms that I should have entered since. This is what I've been leaving on the table because I wanted to have me. Anyways, we have come to the end of this video. Oh my god, I feel like a lot better for this one. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you are new to this channel and you watch this video to the very end, you like aproko. But I think that also means that I've grown on you or I'm growing on you. So if you haven't subscribed, just make sure to click that subscribe button because 2025, by God's grace, I believe and I leave it in his hands that it will be a spectacular year. That it will be a one of a kind year for me. That even the things that I thought I had experienced in 2024, I know that 2025, by God's grace, will be very different, will be very dynamic, will be very interesting. So I'm gonna see you in my next video, which is most likely going to be a vlog. I love you. If you're a babes, comment. Of course, you know by now, if you're an OG on this channel, you know that if you got to this end of the video, you leave the brown heart button in the comments. And if you're a new subscriber, still leave the brown heart button because then I know you thoroughly enjoyed this video. I love you. So I also just wanted to say that in 2025, look forward to me evolving because I myself look forward to like what kind of content I'm going to create in the coming year. I don't know how frequent they will be because like I'm still trying to figure out my schedule because of what I do. However, and of course, like not just because of what I do, I feel like, yeah, let me explain that to you quickly. Because I'm on this target to like get myself a new apartment, I'm taking on a lot more work than I would usually have before now. So, and I'm putting myself like on a tangent, on a time clock, on a do it now thing. So hence why our videos have been, you know, like 1 week off, 2 weeks on, and so on and so forth. So please still pardon me. Hopefully in the new year, of course, you know, January I'm going to take a break, and then, you know, February, hopefully, you know, we're able to come back in full force and, you know, give you back to back every week type content. Okay, I love you, babes. Love you so much. I wish you the best of God in this new year. And this is my last sit down video for this year. Holla!
And when things are really tough and they're really rough and nothing's working, but there's something inside of you that says, I just have to follow that, because you don't know who you're going to be.